Massachusetts Urban Agriculture Municipal Planning Symposium. The first one. Very, very exciting. My name is Rose Buda. I am the Urban Ag Coordinator. I am the lucky staff person at MDAR that gets to work with you. And you've probably seen plenty of emails from me. The official speaking program will start in about 2 minutes. I just wanted to do a little housekeeping. First, MDAR has a fantastic partner we want to make sure that we recognize right off the bat, and that is the Conway School. And Paul Hellman, where are you, Paul? Right, he's right over here. Fantastic partners. I just want to say thank you to Paul and all of his colleagues. We are here, we pulled this together, and with the thinking of how could we bring the most information from the leaders in this industry in one room together. So you have a toolbox that will be filled by the end of the day. And this is what transpired. This came out of a little brainstorming. In the room you have policymakers, you have farmers, you have entrepreneurs, for-profit, non-profit, elected officials, folks who are so committed to making sure that they bring the best programming to their cities regarding community gardens, commercial farming, whether that's backyard growing, whether that's rooftop hydroponics, freight farms, aquaponics. There's just so much to discover. And we know that folks are here that are just thinking about this. Let me come learn about what urban agriculture is. What do you mean? Some folks are here because they've already began a community garden and now folks want to expand. And then there are a couple of planners that I spoke to on the phone is, I'm getting calls, someone wants to have chickens in their backyard, what do I do? Well, this is the right spot to find out what you'll do. So I want to set you up to win today, and the first thing is to look at your agenda. See all the names on there listed to speak. These are just some of the most fantastic leaders in this work that I know of, and there are more in the room too. I want you to pay attention to that. Turn it over, and one of my favorite people in the world, Luisa Oliveira, we hijacked her sketchings, and it's really a way for you, if you don't do this on an everyday basis, how do I start thinking about urban agriculture in my city? And that's what we're here to do. We're here to help you, and to think it out. No question is too crazy or too silly. Also on the table are index cards. If you do not want to speak out loud, write a question on those cards, and we have volunteers that come around and pick it up. In this after lunch, which is fantastic by the way, after lunch there'll be a special section where there'll be engagement, question and answer with the audience, because we have a lot of experts here now, and we have more coming that can speak to inspectional services, that can speak to interagency work, and that can speak to planning and regulations and all that fun stuff. And there'll also be question time and networking time after every section. In order to take advantage of having all you here in this room, we're going to just do it in broad strokes. We're going to ask questions, but in a limited time. And if you want to get deeper into the issues and the topics, you'll have that opportunity. So just look at the agenda and you'll know where that is. In that, I'm going to stop because I always talk too much of these things, everyone knows that. But I want to do, before I introduce our fantastic new commissioner, I just want to give a couple of shout outs. The Conway School acknowledged the presenters. Every single person on this program I know and have worked with, they're some of the most brilliant, most generous and committed people that you will meet. And you have a lot of those folks in the room. Don't be shy, introduce yourself. Everyone is here to help you figure your way out with this work. And I also want to acknowledge our sister agencies. DEP is here, our Secretary of EEA. We have folks coming this afternoon to speak and to be of service to you. And DCR, Joe and Stu, my favorite guys over here, made us look and sound really good. And last but not least, the Massachusetts Department of Agricultural Resources. I love my job because of the staff people that I work with. They are the smartest, most committed, hardworking people that I know, and you're going to know them today. So with that said, I want to introduce our new commissioner. He is fantastic. You're going to love him. John Lebeaux.
Well, I really don't know what to say after that. Thank you, Rose. Well, good morning, everyone, and happy first day of spring. On behalf of MDAR, yeah, it is. It's the first day of spring, 5:45 this evening, I believe. On behalf of the Department of Ag Resources, I want to welcome you all to this session on urban agriculture and community planning. We have a room full of special people. I'd like to acknowledge some of them who are in attendance. Secretary of Energy and Environmental Affairs, Matt Beaton, who will be speaking shortly. Also, Somerville Mayor Joseph Curtatone, who will also be speaking. Many municipal officials and legislative aides are in the room. Particularly want to recognize our co-sponsor for this event, the Conway School. We thank you for all the help you've given us, and all the various partner organizations and advocates. And as Rose mentioned, we do want to thank all our sister agencies for the assistance they've given us. And I particularly want to recognize the MDAR staff, many of whom are here today, who worked to put this together, but are constantly working for the benefit of all agriculture, and particularly urban agriculture. Growing food in the urban environment is not a new phenomenon, but there's been a lot of new attention and new interest in this area over the past few years, from young and old alike. And several of today's attendees have indicated that their constituents have been the inspiration for being part of this planning conversation. So in recognizing that, we've helped develop this new urban agriculture program to promote development of farms in our cities. Creating farms and agricultural infrastructure in cities through farm stands, farmers markets, CSAs, and food hubs benefits all of agriculture because it builds demand, opens up markets, and generates economic activity for all farmers. Now, many of the challenges faced by farmers in cities are no different to those faced by farmers in more rural areas. Access to land, cost of land, resources, technical assistance, and business training. In cities, there is ready access to the markets, but there are also challenges due to density and local zoning issues to cite too. In the late 70s and early 80s, I worked in the garden center and landscaping business in Manhattan, so I do have some first-hand experience with both the advantages and the challenges of growing in a city. Food systems and food production has not really been a focus to date of city planners, but we think it should be. And our goal at MDAR is to help you understand that farming and food production in the urban environment is possible, and to provide you with the tools to help you. So today's symposium has brought together municipal leaders and planners, farm entrepreneurs, nonprofit leaders, policymakers, all of whom have collaborated on successful urban agriculture projects and local initiatives. Some of you may be at the beginning stages of considering food production. Some may be just beginning to do your visioning for what is possible for your city. As you move forward with your work, please know that MDAR and our partners look forward to providing technical assistance and guidance to support your team's vision and commitment to expand your planning to include food production. At this time, I'd like to introduce a very good friend to all of agriculture, urban, suburban, and rural, the Secretary of Energy and Environmental Affairs, Matt Beaton.